Hey, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are pulling back the curtain on a totally different way of thinking about wealth. And it's not about working harder or earning more, it's about realizing that the super wealthy are operating from a financial blueprint that most of us have never even seen.
So let me just start with this one question. What if all your hard work, all the hustle, all the grinding, what if it isn't delivering the results you want simply because you're playing a game with rules that the truly wealthy ditched decades ago? The problem might not be how you play. It might be the game itself.
For most successful people, this probably looks familiar. You're the juggler. You're stuck in the middle, trying to manage your accountant over here, your lawyer over there, your insurance person, all these smart people who, let's be honest, never talk to each other. It is all tactical, it's reactive, and it is totally overwhelming. But the ultra-wealthy, they run things like a family office. It's strategic, it's proactive, and every single piece is coordinated.
And please get this, because this is the most important part. We're not just talking about a few different tactics here. This isn't a minor tweak. The wealthiest people on the planet are using a fundamentally different financial blueprint, a completely different architecture for how wealth is built, and maybe more importantly, how it's protected. So what does this secret blueprint even look like? Well, it really just boils down to these three core pillars. First, you protect everything by building a financial fortress. Second, you manage by assembling the absolute right team. And third, you grow by playing a really smart strategic offense. This is the framework, so let's walk through it.
Okay, let's dive into rule number 1, build a fortress. And the key here is a massive mindset shift. This is not about hiding money in some secret account. Nope. It's about structuring your assets in such a way that you become a deeply, deeply unappealing target to begin with. You know, the source material tells this really powerful story about Sonny Bono, who tragically died skiing without a helmet. And the lesson is just so profound. Asset protection is the helmet. You have to put it on before you ever have a problem. The second a lawsuit is filed, it's just too late. You have to build the fortress during peacetime.
And this analogy just illustrates the strategy perfectly, right? Picture a hungry wolf. It's got two options for dinner: an easy meal, the rabbit, or a really painful one, the porcupine. Which one is it going to chase? It's going after the rabbit every single time. The goal of sophisticated asset protection, using tools like domestic asset protection trusts, is to make all your wealth look like that porcupine. It sends a message, hey, you can try, but it's going to be long, it's going to be expensive, and it's going to hurt. And most of the time, that's more than enough to stop an attack before it even starts.
All right, once that fortress is in place, we get to rule number 2. Assemble your team. And honestly, this is where most successful people get it completely backwards. We tend to hire people we like, or friends. The billionaire playbook, it does the exact opposite.
Just think about your own world for a second. Who's making sure your CPA and your attorney are on the same page? Who is ensuring your investment strategy actually lines up with your long-term tax plan? If the answer is, me, then you're the air traffic controller. You're playing the juggler's game. A real team manages itself.
The best model for this, believe it or not, comes from Abraham Lincoln. He famously built his cabinet not with his buddies, but with his rivals, the smartest people he could find who thought differently and constantly challenged him. That's what you want for your advisory team. You do not want a room full of yes men. You want a team of A-player specialists who debate, who disagree, and who push each other to find the absolute best, most creative solution. Okay, so you've built the fortress. You've assembled the team of rivals. Now for the fun part. Rule number 3, play smart offense. This is where we stop just defending our wealth and start actively growing it. For the ultra-wealthy, taxes and investing, they're not chores. They're an offensive game where fortunes are made. This line from Sun Tzu's The Art of War just captures the whole problem perfectly. Most of us chase tactics. We hear about some new tax loophole or some hot stock and we jump on it. But those are just disconnected little moves. Real sustainable wealth growth, that comes from an integrated strategy where every single move is part of a much bigger game plan. Take a look at this number, $5 billion. I mean, what if I told you that this was the result of one of the most brilliant tax strategies in history, and that it all started with an investment of less than $2,000? This is the famous or infamous story of Peter Thiel. Way back in 1999, he used his Roth IRA, that thing most of us just put mutual funds into, to buy about $1,700 worth of private stock in his little startup called PalPal. And because it was all inside a Roth IRA, every penny of that growth, all the way up to $5 billion, is completely and totally tax-free. That wasn't just a tactic.
That was a grand slam strategic home run using the existing rules of the game. This is a perfect example of a modern paradox in strategy. For years, the conventional wisdom for anyone with an S-corp was take the lowest reasonable salary possible to save a little on payroll taxes. But a recent tax law completely flipped the script. Now, the counterintuitive move of taking a higher salary can actually unlock a massive 20% tax deduction on your business profits. It is exactly this kind of upside-down thinking that separates the two games.
So the whole point is this. It is time to stop playing the juggler's game. It's time to start using a new playbook. And we can really distill everything we've talked about into 3 simple but incredibly powerful new rules. So here it is, your new playbook. Rule number 1, build before you need it. Put that financial helmet on now before there's an accident. Rule 2, hire rivals, not friends. Get a team of brilliant minds who are going to challenge each other to find the best answer, not just the easy one. And rule 3, look for the paradox. The most powerful financial strategies are almost always hidden inside ideas that seem completely backward at first.
And that brings us to the final question I really want to leave you with. If you can accept that the ultra-wealthy are playing an entirely different financial game, one built on strategy, not just tactics, what is the single biggest change you need to make in your own world to start playing that game too? Let me know what you think. Thanks for tuning in.